what he gives you, he can take away. So he has taken it away, and eventually when I got back to Bangkok, everything returned to normal. I was given back everything. I was presidents of companies and so on, but this time I was not attached to all these companies anymore.
What was your third transformation?
Well, Swami had to get rid of my ego. So first detachment from worldly things, okay, and then he has to get rid of my ego so that I could work in his divine plan. So the third transformation is when he asked me to meet him in Vrindavan, and there was only myself, the warden, and my and Swami, just the three of us.
Murthy was the warden there?
Yes. And Swami said, I want you to come back in about 2 or 3 weeks' time to give a talk to the summer camp. He's going to have summer camp in Vrindavan, so he asked me to be a speaker. So I was thinking, how could I come back? I've used up all my budget for traveling. So Swami looked at me knowingly and he said, well, only if you can. He said very nicely, just to make me feel a little bit more happy. I went back to Thailand and a ticket was waiting for me. Okay, but it was for another trip to Assisi in Italy. So I went there, at least I have the ticket, and then I went immediately to the travel agent and said, please change the ticket so that it will pass to India through Bangalore, and then from there I travel on to Italy. And amazingly, he was able to change my ticket. Okay. It was business class all the way, and he was able to arrange business class travel all the way through. Okay, so I was able to go to Vrindavan to Bangalore with no problem. So at that time, I started to have a lot of feeling, I'm so great. I started to have a lot of ego, you see. So when I went to Bangalore, I expected that there would be some cars waiting for me to collect me, and of course there was no car. So I took a taxi and I went to the ashram in Whitefield, and I arrived in the evening, and I tried to get inside. I told the Sevadal, I'm a guest of Swami. He's invited me to come. And the Sevadal said, no way, we don't allow anybody to go in. Okay. So I tried very hard, but still the Sevadal insisted. Then a crowd was gathering outside, and they were whispering, they were saying, Swami's coming out, Swami's coming out in his car. So I said, well, now Swami will see me. Okay. So the car came out, and Swami was looking the other way. He did not looked in my direction. Okay, so I have no other solution. So I went to get a room. In those days, you don't have hotels, you don't have Gokulam and so on, where you can go and stay outside the ashram. So I got a very small room, and it's full of mosquitoes. I was bitten all night long.
You had an involuntary blood donation.
Yes.
Involuntary.
I suffered a great deal. But by the time morning came, I became humble once again. I realized that it's all my ego, expecting a lot of things for myself, feeling that I'm invited guest, I'm an important person. All this just disappeared overnight. I went in the ashram as a normal person, not expecting any welcome, and I went amongst the crowd for a darshan in the morning. Okay, And then at that time, the warden saw me and he said, "Where have you been? We've been expecting you. We thought you were coming yesterday. Where were you?" We already arranged a room for you, you see. So I said yes, I smiled, realizing that this is all Swami. He wants to break up my ego, get rid of my ego. I should be humble. So after that, I was welcomed. I had a nice room, and then that same morning I was told to go and speak in the auditorium in front of Swami for 1 hour 15 minutes.
What was your talk on?
It was about the various levels of consciousness.
Buddhist?
Basically, it's Buddhist,
Dhamma, yeah.
but it's really universal. Buddhism is somewhat universal anyway. So I was talking about the subconscious, the conscious mind, the higher consciousness. And Swami listened for 1 hour and 15 minutes at that time. So I was very happy, very peaceful, and I realized that it was a mistake, expecting to be welcomed, expecting so many things, and it was all part of my ego. So that was the big transformation for me, getting rid of my ego.
So you spoke about the Brahmajnanas, the attainment of jnanas in Buddhism and so on.
Yes.
But Buddhism didn't seem to have given you great satisfaction because you're still searching for acharyas, for gurus and so on and so forth. Or was Buddhism's freedom that gave you the opportunity to look out?
Well, as a Buddhist, we feel that as long as there were 1 million people, there would be 1 million religions. That is part of Buddhism, where there's a lot of religious tolerance. So I was quite free to look around, still remaining a Buddhist, okay, and everything is an addition to my understanding. So it's part of the search, which I felt was part of my Buddhist training.
Lord Gautama Buddha never spoke about God the Creator. He never entered into that realm.